Hello. Okay, let me start by saying the Ukraine has had their hand in the medical ever since 1970s when they did what do you call it, electric shock on the patients in the mental health center. The Ukraine had their hand in it. The Ukraine ran things in the mental health centers and all the centers. They had their hand in everything, medically speaking. The Ukraine had their hand in everything that the states did, that the U.S. did. Now, let me start by saying there's no such thing as a haunted house. Okay? I want to make that clear. Because the thing is, there's either something going on because of a demonic infestation or else because of somebody actually getting in there and doing things. A real live person. Now I'll tell you what. The Ukraine was borrowed from. The government borrowed $4 million from the Ukraine. That's why the Ukraine wants $4 million from the government. In 2016, around election time. Now the thing is, in 2014 and 15, before that, somehow they had borrowed $4 million. I don't know how, but they did. And when that happened, after the government borrowed $4 million from the Ukraine was going in houses, in the attics, and they were radiating cancer patients to death. Now, I'll tell you what they did. They pulled a side bar out from the ceiling tiles beside our bedroom, my husband and I's bedroom. And they got up in the attic. And they used their ray gun. And they used their mirrors. And they used their laser pointers. And their EMF fan to radiate my husband in between treatments and make him worse, which took him sooner. The Ukraine did this to my husband and to other husbands out there. That's why everybody lost their husbands and wives early to cancer. They didn't have a chance for full treatments because the Ukraine did that to the patients on purpose. The government wanted them to because that way he didn't have to pay the full amount of the treatments. And he was getting out of paying the full amount of the treatments. Because at one point, my mom had told me, well, the government's playing doctor. She's right. They were. They had the Ukraine radiate our husbands through the ceiling from the attic when they were getting cancer treatments. On top of their cancer treatments, which made them go sooner. They didn't want the widows finding out. They're afraid if the widows found out, there would be suspicion and fingers pointing at the Ukraine and the government. That's what happened. I don't know whose idea it was, Now all of a sudden Ukraine wants $4 million. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're blackmailing the U.S. so that nobody tells what really happened. Well, guess what? I just did. I told what really happened. Because I want you to know. And the resource I have is my husband and I's attic and the board that's missing from the side of the house that our neighbor told us about. Oh, yeah, I remember that plainly. He had told us, he said, you need to fix this side of the house. I couldn't have fixed it if I wanted to. I wasn't physically able to. That's how I remember. Oh, yeah, the Ukraine basically gave themselves away. They also helped with the hauntings of the houses, and they made houses look haunted on purpose, so they could turn around and sell them for double the money. So they helped our realtors out as well. Yeah, that's what's going on, people. That's what's happened. And you wonder why they want me to shut up? They're probably wishing I never learned how to talk. That's probably what they're wishing. And you know what? I can't blame them. I can't blame them one bit. Because the truth is refreshing. And I love the truth. That's why I've been waiting this long to figure things out. Because if I'm not armed, if I am armed with the truth, with the knowledge, nobody can do a thing to me. And that's the truth. No one can blame me for anything when I know the truth. Take care and God bless. Bye now.